If I had to, and eventually Holy Spirit made it possible. He got another flight, booked another flight for several hundreds of pounds, and he'll be arriving later this evening. But he asked me to tell all of you that whatever is done today, heaven has ordained it. Heaven has sanctioned it, and it will happen as heaven has purpose and plan for you. And also that tonight, as he's arriving, you will join him at 11 o'clock on Zoom. He is beginning the meal, and that is very critical. You know, he's left home since morning. He has not eaten, he has not changed his clothes, he has not rested. So I don't know where the energy comes from. But I know there is a God that lives forevermore, whose strength comes upon the weak, who strengthens us. I don't know how he does it. From morning, sometimes from 6 a.m. till 1 a.m. It is not just going about, but he's talking, he's walking from. And one day I asked him, sir, what is your gain in all of this? He said, so that men may know him, the true and faithful God. That's his review. I tell you that I don't know how many general overseers. I don't know one. There might be, but I don't know one. That they have branch churches. That on a monthly basis, they don't send money to the headquarters. We don't. I repeat myself. I said it. I'm postulating to be with them. Christ Faith Tabernacle headquarters with all the global branches. And then at the end of every month, he does not demand 1 cent from us. Rather, he comes and spends his own money. He says so that as a father does to the son. And that's one of the things I ask. You know, sometimes you have inflation of churches so that income from every area will be so much. If God did not send you, he will not back it up. The Lord will continue to strengthen you. So he said a sincere apology, which was beyond him. But I was not saying just a little way from the storehouse of heaven. The word is at his feet. Stand still. A time was that a little plague came. They will change our whole world. But you know there are greater plagues that will still happen. But you will not have any part in it. I say you will not have any part in it. Tonight, our Father was to speak to us. It is meant to be a Spanish seminar. We will carry on. He said the time has come when he will sit and he will see his own children manifest, which is the desire of every father and every mother, every parent, really. Having fed us over the years, we should produce. And you will be productive. I want to welcome especially all the ministers in our midst tonight, and I say, as we walk in the kingdom, heaven will reward your labor. You know what drives me? And Pastor Nicole, we talk a lot, and Pastor Kola, I said, man may not acknowledge what you do. Rather, he might even insult you or do all manners of things to you. But there's a God who sees what is done in the open and in the secret. The one who favoritism is not in the dictionary. The one who will reward every man. And I say to people, once there is a planting season, there will be a harvest. I say this to all ministers here. You don't know what you're going through, but don't be discouraged. Encourage yourself with the Lord because the King of heaven sees your labor and he will reward you richly. And Lord Jesus was going out one day and he went out of the city and he met some people that had been thrown away to die, ostracized, cut away, removed from their families. And from a distance, because they have now become the reject of society, you can imagine fathers who has a wife and children, and somehow suddenly he becomes leprous. He's separated from them forever. is taken out of the city to go and die. We no one caring for them. And there were this kind of people who have been rejected, who have been forgotten. Sometimes I believe that some of them are fathers, some of them are brothers to other family members, and suddenly they took them out of their family that they cannot be with, in quotes, normal human beings. And they were left to die outside the city. And none of them will ever have a gravestone. When they died, they rot in the bush. And in those days, burial is one critical part of the custom. But here were these 10 lepers. They heard that Jesus was passing through, going to another city, and they cried out from the Bible